When I tell people my major is political economy, I get one reaction more than any other: utter confusion. When I'm asked what political economy is exactly, what I'm supposed to say is political economy is the study of how markets interact with governments to form society. But what I usually say is it's kind of like a blend of econ and poli-sci, because I'm not sure if it's socially acceptable to start expounding on Mariana Mazzucato with the receptionist at the dental clinic. But political economy is not, in fact, a mere blend of econ and poli-sci, although we do take a fair bit of econ. 3 semesters, in fact. And after 3 semesters of graphing and calculating and crying, because deriving the production function is in no way intuitive and does not aid in my understanding of macroeconomic principles, you take PE 101, where you learn that maybe econ is all fake, actually. Well, now you tell me? Not that it would have helped. Professor Musi made it very clear on the first day of class that fundamental disagreement with the capitalist system does not, in fact, exempt you from drawing supply and demand curves. I think it's fair to say that there's a good bit of that whiplash across the PE major. See, I went from sitting in this gorgeous wood-paneled room in Hearst Mining Building, I was listening to Professor Karras teach classical theories of political economy, feeling like a boy king being educated on matters of morality and statecraft and the nature of man, to PE 101, where I not infrequently thought to myself that if I have to write the word neoliberalism one more time, so help me, I will transfer to Haas and financialize the economy myself. I spent 1 semester in Professor Chang's Silicon Valley and the Global Economy course, learning about how my home became the world's innovation ecosystem. We did this project where we pretended to be local startups and delivered a pitch a la Shark Tank. So I'm feeling a lot of hometown pride. But then I took Professor Kadir's class, Digital Technology, Political Economy, and Justice, which asked the question, what if everything Silicon Valley produced was bad? Apologies for creating the codelitariat. And just in case you had some unused intellectual real estate, Professor Gottreich is going to teach you the entire history of all of humanity from the beginning of time to the present in 1 semester over Zoom. And also be sure to become fluent in a foreign language in your spare time. So now, yo hablo español. So what to make of all of this back and forth? What is a degree in political economy? As we're often reminded, few, if any of us, will ever hold political economist as our job title. Political economy is not a vocational program. I've come to see it as a degree in judgment. After we walk off the stage, we will go on to careers in government, nonprofits, the private sector, academia, law, and countless other paths. We will become experts in the minutiae of our field. We will learn continuously throughout our lives because Berkeley students can't operate any other way. But these 4 years gave us something distinct: the eyes to see the world as it is and as it can be. Professor Kadir often said in his classes that he wanted us to learn to see the ordinary as strange, to see the systems that lurk in the background of our lives and not merely accept them as routine or inevitable, but to notice the injustices we've become inured to. Much of our history instruction asks us to take stock of how oppression in past decades has compounded to bear on our present. Whether consciously or not, we have all been trained in the art of noticing, of searching the banal for the threads that connect it to the broader ideologies that shape our world. This is a vital skill. But the best part about it is you can use it in more ways than one. If you have learned to see the ordinary as strange, which you all have, you've also learned to see the ordinary as wonderful. If you've learned to trace the burden of oppression throughout history, you have also learned how to notice how past investments pay us dividends today. You could see our class as a tragedy, robbed of high school proms and graduations, freshman orientation and dorms, subjected to years of masks and strikes and protests and people forgetting to mute themselves on Zoom. Or you can see our class as extraordinary. The things we have seen, have lived through, the stories that, God willing, will not be repeated other than by us. And you can see our adaptation, our resilience. Berkeley is often billed as the epicenter of counterculture. If mainstream culture today is dominated by pessimistic doomerism, then our countercultural responsibility is to be the voice of optimism. Not ignorant optimism, not complacent optimism, but an optimism that lights the fire in your belly, the hope that drives you to build. No brownie points will be awarded to the one who shows the most disdain, disgust, or despondency. Whatever your goals for your own life or our broader world, they will not be more easily achieved in misery. Hope and gratitude are the food of our souls, and we need that nourishment to thrive. You may think seeing our world as grim is nearly accurate, but it is not. It's a lens, a choice. Because if you can write an essay about the sinister implications of a Roomba vacuum cleaner, actual example, I promise you, you can find the good in just about anything. And I hope that you do, because I have no doubt that each and every one of you will accomplish extraordinary things, and I want you to be happy as you do. It has been an absolute privilege to learn alongside each of you, classmates, to learn from our incredible professors with the support of our loving families in one of the best universities in the world. Thank you for all that you have done and will do.